Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to She-Hulk Season 1, Episode 2, titled Superhuman Law. Jen is hired at a prestigious law firm, but must practice as She-Hulk and rep a complicated client. So I'm guessing we're already getting into the abomination side of things that we saw in the trailers and all that. And she's working for GLK&H. At least I'm assuming that is because they hired her in the comics and they were who she was going up against in the last episode where she then hulked out in the trial. And I know that a similar-ish thing happened in the comics where she was actually approached by the H holiday in GLK&H while she was drunk at a bar, where she basically had that same exchange that Hulk said to her about how they can't get drunk. But she was saying that in the bar, and then Holiday, or whatever his name is, just like headhunted her while she was there. So I'm assuming that after she hulked out in the trial, they've approached her. Yeah. Also, you know how in the last episode I was saying that, oh, they're probably going to do what they normally do and put the what is it? Put the backstory in the penultimate episode. Yeah, turns out they were going to. They were originally planning on putting the She-Hulk origins, the car crash, and I don't know about the whole training with Bruce, but definitely the car crash was going to be in episode 8 out of this 9-episode series. So then they realized exactly what they had Jen say in the episode. How she addressed the cameras like, oh, you're probably not going to be able to get engrossed in this if you don't know what's going on. And then they had the flashback. Yeah, that was exactly their train of thought behind the screen, which is why that flashback, there wasn't much of Jen, at least before they got to the resort, because that VFX wasn't done yet by the time they had to be editing it into the episode so they could put that out as the first one. Which is why when she hulks out in front of that bar and Hulk tackles her, that's like 7 seconds from when she transforms to when the scene ends. But yeah, anyway, with that out of the way, I just thought that was funny how I said that, and then it gets revealed that, oh yeah, we were going to do that. But let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. I should read that She-Hulk comic I have again. I remember having a good time reading it. Thinking I had a good time reading most of those comics. Why did they ever so slightly slow these scenes down? Like, it was like a quarter second out of sync. They didn't show him reacting in the last episode. Okay, so that guy definitely is Holiday. He was the one who was sitting there on the defendant's side looking all smug. Accused. Yeah. Defendant's always on the judges left. Then again, this is America. You do all things backwards, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Influencer, eh? I wonder if they're going to start their sparring club. Yeah, she's definitely more than 6 foot tall. It. I'm almost up to that in my game development. Of course, most of mine gets subsidized. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that has to happen. See, when she gets into the superhero lore, they know it's a superhero defending superheroes or representing supervillains and all that. They don't, they can't claim that bias, but with normal lawyers, yeah. That was loud. I like her dad. He's nice. Holloway, not Holiday. Yeah, that's more or less how it went from what I remember of that scene. Who has a pull door to get in at such a prestigious firm? Also, why didn't you use the rotary doors? Yep. I'd like to say it would be different, but no, I'd be staring too. So he couldn't hear her fourth wall break. I know his face. I know him. The parole. Oh, it's him. I was talking about the character, not the person who plays him. Oh, it's Adrian Chase, of course. I'm guessing it wouldn't have let her through if she was powered up. I've never seen Silence of the Lambs. It's one of those movies that I've been told I should, but I never get around to it. I mean, it does amplify what's inside of you, so. I mean, am I feeling bad for Abomination? I have a feeling this is going to be a continuous thing. I mean, it's better than Red She-Hulk. Oh, he's in space. He's on that Sakaran messenger ship. God damn it, Wong. Okay, is there anything? Oh, yes, there is. Um, damn it, Wong, you've complicated this trial. what they didn't show you of the dinner. Okay, so that was another good episode. It was funny. I wouldn't say it was as good as the first one, mainly because that one had a lot more, I guess, sassy Jen, as opposed, well, yeah, I guess you could say sassy Jen versus self-conscious Jen. It's more sassy She-Hulk versus Jen, but I did like the thing with um both her dad and with Bruce how they kept trying to check in, make sure it's all right and everything, but she just wouldn't let them get more than a word in before she went into the next problem. She was part of the conversation. Like, I'll be honest, I've been on both sides of that. It can be annoying for the person, but also sometimes you just need to vent. And like, they seem to understand. They seem to be used to it, but yeah. So Hulk's in space again. I wonder what's going to be of that, because he seemed to be out of cell service. How he even managed to get the call in the first place is amazing, but he's on that Sakaran messenger ship. Obviously, they wanted him for something. I don't know whether they're asking him to come back to the fight, whether they are going to be doing like the Son of Hulk, Scar, I think it is, Skaar. Because I've got the story leading up to World War Hulk. I think this one is. I think it's actually Planet Hulk I have. I don't have World War Hulk. But, yeah. Because I've heard that there are rumors of that movie finally being adapted. Because they did it a little in Ragnarok. Like, they had the whole Gladiator Hulk on Sakaar and all that. But, yeah. I wonder if this is actually setting that up. So, I'm surprised they introduced Pug so early. I completely forgot who that character was, but Pug is the one who approached, after, he's Danger Man, isn't he? Not Danger Man, I think it, no, he fell into a vat of toxic chemicals at, what's it, a Roxxon place, and then he was started emitting radiation. Jen helped him win the case. He then did her a favor by helping one of her friends when he became an attorney, which happened to be him helping Spider-Man sue the Daily Bugle. He's the one behind that entire thing. At least I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I'm thinking of, it's similar, but I know that's in the same story. No, this guy's, who was I thinking of got radioactive powers from? Because I remember Pug being in that as well. But it's only ever bringing up the whole Spider-Man thing on his wiki. Oh well. I wonder if there's going to be reference to that or anything. Because we know they can say Spider-Man because it was in his name was dropped in Doctor Strange, so they can talk about Spider-Man. But are they going to talk about potentially suing the Daily Prophet on behalf of Spider-Man when they can't actually bring in Spider-Man? That's a question. Interesting. Trying to think of any other cases that Jen worked that I know. Like, we obviously know that, in case you haven't heard, mute for like 5 seconds. We know that Daredevil's going to be in it. But, is he going to be working with her? Is he going to be working against her? How is he going to factor in? Is he just going to be in for one episode? Because we know he was in No Way Home. So, we know he's working as a lawyer, an active lawyer at the moment. So, is he going to be working with her or against her? Anyway, not as much to talk about with this episode. I did like the first one more, but that's the whole point of a first episode, is to draw you in. The second one can be weaker, so long as it's not like first episode's here, second episode's down here. This is about mid to a third below, so it's still a good episode, but not as good as the first one. Even with the parts of it that felt rushed and, well, were rushed, didn't look as good. That can be excused because A, we know why it looks rushed, because they restructured the show. But, yeah. That's why the fight against Titania was so... yeah. But anyway, I don't really have anything else to say about this, so I'll catch you in the next one.